guys, Hockey Cards 51 here, and we are making our first YouTube video. We will be posting daily videos. Our schedule is on Monday. We will be posting videos about news coming up in the week. On Tuesdays, we will be posting videos about cards that we find on the internet from eBay and Amazon and other types of online stores for very cheap. On Wednesday, we will be doing a trade day where we will take trades and discuss the offers and make sure it's a fair. On Thursdays, we will be showing highlights from the week from our channel and from the NHL. On Friday, we will be showing you parts of our very rare collection. On Saturdays, we will be doing Saturday Night Hockey. On Sunday, we will be doing a recap of the whole week. This week, we made a mistake, and we will be doing our original plan, which is Mondays will be stats and standings. Tuesday will be a trade day. Wednesday will be cheap card hunting. We just made a mix-up. But next week, we will start a real plan. 16th, 8/26/07. Let's talk about the Washington Capitals. Right now, hey guys, Hockey Cards 51 here, and we are making our first YouTube channel. We will be posting daily videos. On Mondays, we will be posting videos of stats and standings in the NHL. Tuesdays, we will be doing a trade day where we will be trading lots of cards for very cool cards. On Wednesdays, we will be looking for cheap cards on eBay. On Thursday, we will be doing a top 100 moments of the channel and the NHL. On Friday, we will be showing you our collectibles. Since today's Monday, the January 16th, 8/26/07, let's talk about the Washington Capitals. Right now, first place in the Metropolitan Division. Great team, played very well over the season. First, top points overall goes to Alex Ovechkin. Top goals goes to Alex Ovechkin. 21 goals this season. And what a player he is. Reached his 1,000th point this year. Great player. For points, it goes to Nick Backstrom. Nick Backstrom has 42 points. Great player. Has led them to a lot of success. Last night, grabbed his 500th point and got the golden stick tonight. What a player he is. And then their goalie, Braden Holtby, 21 wins. What a goalie he is. All-Star this year, great player, and what a player he is. Washington Capitals right now first place with 63 points in the Metropolitan Division. In second place in the Metropolitan Division is the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Columbus Blue Jackets have been very good right now. They have a great goalie, Sergei Bobrovsky. Oh my goodness, what a win streak he had. And oh my gosh, over the offseason, lost 17 pounds. And that led to a lot of success. Because of this, Columbus' top point scorer is Cam Atkinson. Cam Atkinson, 37 points, and what a player he is. Not voted for the All-Star team, which I thought he should have been, and yeah, not really happy about that. In their defensemen, they have a great young rookie, Zach Bierskill. Great rookie. Right now, he would be in the top 3 if I had to choose the Vezina Trophy. And he's been a great player. And Columbus, 62 points, really close in catching up to Washington. In third place in the Metropolitan Division is the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Pittsburgh Penguins have been amazing this season. Even though they're only in third place in the Metropolitan Division, they've been really good. 57 points, and right now are facing the Capitals, and are losing 3-2. Right now, they've been really good. They have 57 points, and oh my goodness, have they been good. Sidney Crosby, captain of the Metropolitan Division for the All-Star game, came out with a concussion in the first little bit of the season, came back, and ever since has been, oh my gosh, amazing. He's led that whole team to a win streak. And their goalie, Fleury, has been stepping up when Matt Murray was injured. This is an amazing team, I can tell you. We'll go deep in the playoffs, same like Columbus. Maybe not Washington. Washington has some playoff trouble, but I think that Pittsburgh and Columbus in the Metropolitan Division will go far. Now to the Atlantic Division. There is Montreal in first place. Have had a pretty good season. They've had some ups and downs. I think that they made a great trade in the offseason. Traded for Shea Weber. What a player he is. Such a good player, and I think that it was an amazing trade for them. They right now have 60 points and are sitting 9 points ahead of the Boston Bruins. Their top scorer right now is Max Pacioretty. He has 20 goals this season. Pretty good player, and he's also leading in points with 37 points. This year they picked a great rookie up, Alexander Radulov, 22 assists, leading that team in that. And their goalie, Carey Price, probably the next Vezina trophy this season. Been great. I think he will be one of the Vezina trophy contenders. Now, in second place we have the Boston Bruins. The Boston Bruins have been okay this season. Had some ups and downs. Bruins' best player right now in goals is David Pastrnak. Very young player, very good player, and has 19 goals, which is pretty good. In points, they have Brad Marchand, 43 points, which is a really high amount for the start of the season. Much more than I was expecting. And in assists, Brad Marchand has 26, leading the team. Their goalie, Tuukka Rask, has been pretty good this season. 22 wins. Been pretty good. Pretty decent. I think that Boston may make the playoffs, but will not go as deep into the playoffs as Montreal, Columbus, and Pittsburgh. In third place, we have Toronto. Toronto right now is in the playoff spot and is only behind Boston by 3 points. I think Toronto might make it actually to the playoffs this season. Toronto right now is doing pretty well because they're right now 6 games back of played 6 games less than the Boston Bruins and are only 3 points back. That means if they win one and lose one in overtime and then lose the rest, they still go ahead of the Boston Bruins. So, the Leafs are in really good position. Right now, their best player in goals is Austin Matthews with 21 goals, breakout season. Oh my gosh, what a season he's having. Nobody was expecting him to have such a good season. You see Mike Babcock have so much trust in him because right now they put him on center, and usually for rookies, they move them to center after the first or second season. But Mike Babcock came in right with trust and is using him as a center. As points, he also is leading in third with 37 points. And Mitch Marner with 25 assists. That is a great amount of assists, much more than most players were expecting. And I think that the Leafs had made such a good deal for trading Jonathan Bernier for Frederik Andersen. That was a great deal. Freddie Andersen's been amazing, and Matthews has been selected for the All-Star team, and that's going to be a good All-Star game. Captain of the All-Star team for the Atlantic Division is Carey Price, no doubt about it, one of my Vezina Trophy contestants. Right now, from the Atlantic and the Metropolitan, in the Eastern Conference from those top 6 seeding teams, my Vezina Trophy winner would be Carey Price. From my Calendar Trophy, I would give it to Austin Matthews. And for points, I would give it to Sidney Crosby. What a season he's had. And for goals, I'd also give it to Sidney Crosby. Now for the wild card of the Eastern Division. The New York Rangers have had a pretty good season, 57 points, played pretty well these days, have had some bad ups and downs. They've picked up a great young rookie. Jimmy Vesey's been amazing. Their goals leader, Michael Grabner, has been amazing. Has a breakout season. Was not even actually known that much, and now he has 19 goals. What a season he's having. Kevin Hayes leading in points with 33. Kevin Hayes had a breakout season also. Not everybody knew Kevin Hayes, but Kevin Hayes had so much success with the Rangers. In their defenseman, Ryan McDonough, what a great player he is, had brought so much physical and power play time and even penalty kill time to the team. He's leading a 25 assists and has been a great player. Henrik Lundqvist, 18 wins. What a player he's been. He's had some ups and downs this season, but he's right now one of the top goalies, I would say, in the league. Maybe one of the Vezina Trophy candidates. I don't really think so, but he's had a good season. Now for Philadelphia. Philadelphia Flyers are in the second wildcard spot. They have, as of today, January 16th, 8:35 with 25 seconds, they have 50 points. Right now, Philadelphia has been okay. I think that they will make the playoffs. Pretty good team. Right now, their goals leader is Wayne Simmons. Wayne Simmons has been a great player these years. Very physical, brings a lot of presence to the power play and penalty kill, and is a very strong guy. Jakub Voracek leading in points and assists. 41 points and 21 assists. That's a great amount of points and assists for Jakub Voracek. Last year, he had one of the greatest seasons I think that he's had in his career by almost coming in first place for points. I think that, not last year, 2 years ago. What a season he had. And their goalie, Steve Mason's not been the greatest. I would not say is my Vezina Trophy, but he's been pretty good with 14 wins. Now, sitting close behind is Carolina. Carolina, I would not be surprised if passes the Philadelphia Flyers. I think from the top 9 teams I just said, the top 3 from the Metropolitan will be Columbus in first, Pittsburgh in second, Washington in third. For the Atlantic, it would be Montreal, Toronto, then Boston. And for the wild card, I think it will be the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. Right now, from those top 9 teams, the Vezina Trophy will go to Carey Price, points will go to Sidney Crosby, and calendar will go to Austin Matthews. Now, into the Western Conference. I'm not going to talk about the other bottom teams in the Eastern, but I don't really think they have a chance of making the playoffs this year. In the Central Division, Minnesota, what a team they've been. Had such a good streak. 61 points right now. They've had such a good season. And, oh my goodness, Eric Stahl with a great season. Some people were saying that he's just a waste of money. I think that he's been one of the great players on Minnesota. 15 goals, which is really good. 39 points leading the team, Eric Stahl is, which is really good. And 25 assists for Michael Granlund. And right now, their goalie, Devin Dubnyk, I say, is one of the best. I think he will be one of the Vezina Trophy candidates also. What a season he's been having. For Chicago has 59 points, sitting in second place right now. And their goals leader is Anisimov. Artem Anisimov has 18 goals, which I would have been expecting Kane or Taves, but Anisimov has been a great player these years, been lined up with Kane and Panarin, who's made great line partners, and what a season he's been having. Patrick Kane, 47 points and 33 assists. Team high in both of those, and that's amazing. And Corey Crawford, 16 wins, had some injuries, but right now he's been pretty good. I think that he's a pretty good goalie. Not one of my Vezina, but I would not be surprised if he's near the top. Now St. Louis. St. Louis has 51 points and is sitting in third place. Right now, their top in all points, goals, and assists is Vladimir Tarasenko. What a player he's been. 20 goals, 44 points, and 24 assists. Jake Allen with 17 wins, which is amazing. And they've been such a good team this year. Right? That's what I'm thinking. I think that right now, from those top three, the teams that will make it farthest into the playoffs are Minnesota and Chicago. St. Louis is a good team, but they have some trouble in the playoffs. And with Vladimir Tarasenko as their top scorer in assists, I would really be, if I was St. Louis, I would probably pick up another great scorer or someone like who's decent, because Vladimir Tarasenko cannot lead his whole team to a Stanley Cup. In the Central Division, the captain in the All-Star team is PK Subban. Now to get to the Pacific, in first place we have Anaheim. 57 points this season. What a season they've had. Top goal scorer Ryan Kesler and points, 18 goals and 37 points. Right now, I was really thinking that it would be more of like Corey Perry or Ryan Getzlaf as that top spot in points and goals. But right now, Ryan Kesler has been one of their best players, has led them to a lot of success. And for assists, Ryan Getzlaf has been great with Ryan Kesler and has got them 28 assists. In their goalie, they've had John Gibson, who's had some ups and downs this season. Right now has 17 wins, which is not bad. Most of the team's wins, and it's been pretty good goalie. Had some ups and downs in the seasons, but right now I think that they have a good team. In second place is San Jose. San Jose's been a great team. Last year they almost made it to the finals. They almost won the cup, really close, and I think they've had a great season this year. 54 points, have 2 games in hand over the Anaheim Ducks to only get 3 points, which is very doable. Their top scorer right now is Brent Burns, 18 goals for a defenseman. What a beautiful plays he's made. He's been such a good player. 45 points for Brent Burns. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the first defensemen to actually be even close to winning the point scoring. And 27 assists. What a season Brent Burns has been having. They've had lots of great other players, like Joe Pavelski's been great, Joe Thornton, Logan Couture have great seasons. And Martin Jones, what a goalie he's been. 22 wins. What a pickup they had a few years ago in him. Now, on to Edmonton. Edmonton, I think, is a great team. They might make the playoffs, but I don't think that they'll go deep. Edmonton has all the skill they need. They had so much skill for the past few years, but their coaching couldn't put it together. They made a smart move on the offseason by trading Taylor Hall to get Adam Larson for a defenseman, which I sort of thought that they could have traded Taylor Hall for PK Subban. They didn't make that trade, but they still got a good defenseman. Their top players right now have been really good. Connor McDavid, leading points in the whole NHL, and what a season he's been having. Also is leading in assist with 36, 50 points, and Patrick Maroon has been a great player. 18 goals on the line with Connor McDavid, and has got a lot of points and goals. Now, Cam Talbot's been a great goalie this season. 22 wins and been really good this season. I think that he's a top goalie, and right now, because of his season, I would put him in one of the Vezina Trophy contestants. Now, for the wild card in the Western. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say. The Pacific Division All-Star captain is Connor McDavid. No surprise about it. Great season, leading the NHL in points. Now, in wild card, we have Calgary. Calgary has been pretty good this season, have had some ups and downs, and have 49 points. They right now have their top scorer to be Michael Backlund with 12 goals. 12 goals is actually not the greatest because not enough goal support, but I think that they have many players who are getting over 10 and are putting little bits of support onto the team, which is leading them to great success. Michael Backlund leading in points also, 29 points, and their defenseman Dougie Hamilton, who they picked up as a free agent, is leading in assists with 20. Their goalie Thad Johnson, I don't think is a top goalie. He has 15 wins, but it's been pretty good. I don't think that they'll make it deep into the playoffs, but they've had a pretty good run. Now is Los Angeles, 48 points this season, and had some ups and downs. Right now, leading in goals is Jeff Carter with 23, and leading in points with 40. Had a great season. And Anze Kopitar, 20 assists, been really good this season. In net, they had some issues. In the first game, Jonathan Quick got injured for 3 to 4 months, which has thought that people would think that LA would be really bad this season. They picked up Peter Budaj, and Peter Budaj has been amazing. Peter Budaj with 20 wins. I thought he should have been an All-Star, but they snagged him from the All-Star game and didn't make him an All-Star. He, in my opinion, should have been an All-Star. Now in 9th place in the Western is Nashville. Nashville probably will make the playoffs. Made a bad trade, in my opinion, for PK Subban, but that's just my opinion. 47 points. Right now they're leading goals is James Neal with 14, not the greatest, but it's been pretty good. Ryan Johansson with 30 points and 23 assists, and Pecorino. All of their players have been putting up great points and putting up great amount of goals to make them in 9th place. And Pecorino has been a great goalie this season. Now, that's all I'm going to do about teams. Now let's talk about stats. Inside right now, in points is leading Connor McDavid. Goals is Sidney Crosby with 26. Save percentage is Devin Dubnyk with 940. And wins is Sergei Bobrovsky with 26. Now, to go to playoff predictions in the Eastern Conference. In first place, I'm going to predict Columbus. In second place, I'm going to predict is Pittsburgh. In third place, I'm going to predict is Washington. In the Atlantic, it's going to be Montreal in first, Toronto in second, and Boston in third. Now, in the wild card, I'm going to be New York in first and Carolina in second. Now, from the Eastern Division, the Vezina Trophy candidates will be Carey Price, Frederik Andersen, and Sergei Bobrovsky. All have had great seasons. I think right now, because of his season from coming back from a great injury, is Carey Price. I think close behind is Sergei Bobrovsky. If he can have one of those win streaks again, he will be the Vezina Trophy in the Eastern. Calendar Trophy, I would give to either Zach Weirski, Jimmy Vesey, or Austin Matthews. Right now in first place is Austin Matthews, but right behind is Columbus defenseman Zach Weirski. And I think that Weirski, if he has a great has a few more points than Matthews and is having a better season, I think he could beat him. But Matthews right now is ahead by a little bit. And for points, I would give it to Sidney Crosby. That's an obvious. And goals, he's winning by a lot. In the Western Conference, in the Central, I would give it to Chicago in first, Minnesota in second, and St. Louis in third. Great season Minnesota and Chicago have been having. St. Louis has had some ups and downs, but I think they probably could make the playoffs. Now, for the Pacific, it would be San Jose, Anaheim, and Edmonton. In the wild card, it will be Los Angeles and Nashville. I think that from the Vezina Trophy, I would give it to either Peter Budaj, who's been amazing, came back. Devin Dubnyk's been amazing. And even Jake Allen's been amazing. What seasons they've had. In points, I would easily give it to Connor McDavid. What a season he's been having. In rookies, I would... Who are the great rookies on that side? I don't really think there are any rookies on I would choose. And in MVP of the league, I would give it to Sidney Crosby's been great, and I would give it to the Stanley Cup Final. Prediction of January 16th, 2017 is the Minnesota Wild. What a season they've been having. I bet you they'll win the Stanley Cup facing Pittsburgh Penguins. In the third round, it will be Columbus versus Montreal and Chicago versus Minnesota. In the second round, I think it will be Toronto versus Montreal, and Boston versus New York Rangers, and Columbus versus Philadelphia. I think right now the top 5 that will go deep into the playoffs are in first place Minnesota, second place Columbus, third place Pittsburgh, fourth place Montreal, and fifth place Toronto. I think Chicago has had some great playoff luck, but I think that this year Toronto can beat them, have great rookies, have great speed, and I think Toronto's going to be one of the best teams in the league this year. And that's all for today, guys. Please be sure to subscribe, like the video, and share with your friends. Tomorrow's video will be about trades. I will be showing you my collection, and also hoping that maybe if I can show you some of the trades people have offered me that I've been waiting on to maybe post this video on. So thanks, guys. Hockey Cards 51 is out, and thanks for watching. Hey, if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to leave us a comment in the comment section, or if you have any trades you want to offer us, feel free to email us at hockeycards51@gmail.com, and any content you want us to cover in a video, feel free to email us at hockeycards51, and the email will be in the description. So, guys, peace out, Hockey Cards 51, and we'll see you tomorrow.